Look at Earth from space. A blue planet, wrapped in clouds, drifting silently through darkness. Every continent looks ancient. Every landmass holds stories older than memory. And yet, only one place gave rise to us. Not Europe, not Asia, not the Americas. Humanity did not emerge everywhere. It began in one place, Africa. This raises one of the most profound questions in science. Why did humans evolve only in Africa? What made this continent different? And why did no other place on Earth produce a species like us until we left Africa and carried that legacy with us? To answer this, we must travel far back in time, before cities, before agriculture, before language as we know it, back to a world shaped by instability, pressure, and relentless change. Part 1. Africa before humans. Africa is the oldest inhabited continent on Earth. For billions of years, it remained geologically active while other regions stabilized. Its landscapes never settled into permanence. Mountains rose and fell. Forests expanded, then vanished. Rivers shifted course. Lakes appeared and disappeared entirely. Unlike continents with long periods of environmental calm, Africa was defined by instability, and instability is the engine of evolution. Species do not evolve intelligence in comfort, they evolve it under pressure. Africa was pressure on a continental scale. Part 2. The climate that never stayed still. For millions of years, Africa experienced extreme climate oscillations. Wet periods turned grasslands into forests. Dry periods turned forests into deserts. This happened again and again, over tens of thousands of generations. Animals that specialized too narrowly went extinct. Those that survived were flexible, able to adapt quickly. Early human ancestors lived at the edge of survival, never knowing which environment would dominate next. This unpredictability shaped everything. To survive, our ancestors had to walk farther, eat more varied food, cooperate socially, remember landscapes, anticipate danger. Africa didn't reward strength alone, it rewarded adaptability. Part 3. The East African Rift, a massive fracture in Earth's crust that changed everything. One geological feature shaped human evolution more than almost any other: the East African Rift, a massive fracture in Earth's crust stretching thousands of kilometers. As tectonic plates pulled apart, the land rose and collapsed, creating highlands and valleys, lakes and rivers, isolated ecosystems side by side. This geography forced populations apart and then brought them back together. Isolation led to experimentation in evolution. Reconnection led to competition and selection. It was here that one of the most defining human traits emerged: bipedalism. Walking upright wasn't inevitable, it was a response. Standing tall allowed early hominins to see over tall grass, travel efficiently across open land, carry food and tools, regulate body temperature under intense African sun. The land itself demanded a new way of moving. Part 4. Why bipedalism came first. Our brains didn't evolve first. Our bodies did. Walking upright freed the hands and freed the mind to follow. Once hands were no longer required for movement, they became tools of creation. Hands shaped stone. Stone shaped behavior. Behavior shaped the brain. This sequence mattered. In Africa, survival required precision, planning, memory. Those who could think ahead lived longer. Those who couldn't vanished. Natural selection favored intelligence slowly, relentlessly. Part 5. Fire, food, and the brain. Africa offered another challenge: scarcity. Food was unpredictable. To survive, early humans expanded their diet: roots, tubers, meat, marrow. Then came fire. Fire didn't just provide warmth or protection, it transformed biology. Cooking increased caloric intake. Calories fueled larger brains. Larger brains demanded more calories. A feedback loop began, one that only worked in environments where intelligence paid off. Africa provided that environment. Part 6. Social pressure and cooperation. Africa was not just harsh, it was crowded with danger. Large predators dominated the land. Lions, leopards, hyenas. Humans were not the strongest, not the fastest, not the fiercest, but they were social. Survival depended on cooperation, communication, shared memory. Groups that worked together survived. Groups that didn't disappeared. This selected for empathy, bonding, and eventually the foundations of language. Africa didn't just shape bodies, it shaped minds that depended on other minds. Part 7. Why not elsewhere? So why didn't humans evolve in Europe or Asia at the same time? Because those regions were too stable or too extreme. In many areas, food sources were consistent. Species specialized rather than adapted. Elsewhere, ice ages wiped out progress repeatedly. Africa sat at a perfect evolutionary balance, stable enough to survive, unstable enough to demand innovation. Other continents would later host human evolution, but only after Africa produced humans capable of adapting anywhere. Part 8. Africa as an evolutionary filter. Africa acted as a filter. Only traits that increased flexibility passed through. Over millions of years, this filter refined problem-solving, social intelligence, curiosity, learning. By the time Homo sapiens appeared, we were not just another animal. We were a species shaped by constant change. Part 9. The Great Exit. Out of Africa. Around 60,000 years ago, something changed. Humans didn't evolve elsewhere. They left Africa. And when they did, they carried African evolution with them. Our adaptability allowed us to cross deserts, enter ice ages, navigate oceans, colonize every continent. We didn't adapt because we left Africa. We left Africa because we had adapted there first. Part 10. Africa lives in us. Every human alive today carries this history. In our bones, in our metabolism, in our social instincts. Our need to explore, our fear of isolation, our hunger for meaning. These are African traits. Humanity did not begin in comfort, it began in challenge. Conclusion: the deep truth. Africa was not special because humans evolved there. Humans evolved there because Africa was unforgiving. It demanded change. It punished stagnation. It rewarded intelligence. And in doing so, it created a species capable of reshaping the planet. Every road we have ever walked began under African skies. And no matter how far we travel, we are still shaped by the land where it all began. Africa is not just our origin, it is our inheritance.